You turn the
Hi,
TV. You
hello.
need to turn the TV off.
Okay.
How old are you?
Hello, 26.
All right. What do you got? What are we here for?
Um, so I'm at the point in my life where like I want to settle down. I want to find like a partner and be serious about my love life.
A partner?
But I
A
don't know where to
partner?
start.
A partner? What is that?
Yes,
What's a partner?
a man.
No, a man's not a partner. A man is a husband.
A husband. Yes.
No, no, no. A partner is somebody you go into business with. A man is a husband. You want
Right.
a husband? Do you want a husband or do you want a partner? Because you can go get a female partner.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want a husband.
Okay. So that means you want to be a wife.
Yes.
Okay. What is the role of a wife?
Um, I mean, children.
I don't need a cookbook.
Well,
I'm listening. I said, I'm asking what's the role of a wife? You said children.
so
So
a
what's
role
the
of a
role?
wife would be like children and
Okay.
to bear a
I
child.
don't need a cookbook.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. What are you doing? I can't.
Okay. So
Stop.
the role of a wife is to bear a child. Okay. What's the role of a husband?
Um, to provide for his family. This is to provide for his family, right?
I'm asking you.
Yeah, to provide, like to provide, the provider, the
Hmm.
protector.
I don't think you're serious. You put no
You
thought
don't
into.
think I'm serious?
No. You put no thought into this. I mean, no offense, man, but I take what I do very seriously. And you ladies come over here oftentimes just laughing and giggling, and you got to realize you're on a platform with millions of subscribers, seen by hundreds of thousands of people. So, I mean, I leave it up to people to decide how they want to be looked at. But when I ask you what the role of a wife is, you say to have children. Okay. Then that tells me you haven't thought about what it means to be a wife. So, do you just really want a wedding and to be called a wife? Because that's really what I find most of you ladies want. You just don't. You want a wedding and to be called a wife, and then one person to have sex with, so you don't have to get out here and just keep running through random Johns.
No, I don't. I don't want that. I don't.
Well,
I don't want that.
what do you? What? Okay, so let's start all over again. You're 26, and you want a partner. Well, you define as a husband. But do you really know what it means to be married? Do you really know what the roles are and what's expected of you?
Maybe I don't.
Why should you get it? Why should you go to a job just because you want the benefits and you don't even know the job duties? Wouldn't it make sense that you at least knew the job duties and were qualified to get it done before you got the paycheck and the benefits?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay. So now that we got that done, uh, were your mother and father married?
Yeah, married, and separated, but still living together.
Okay, cool. Do you have any siblings?
I do.
Brothers, sisters, what?
Yeah, so I have a sister. She's 28, and I have a younger brother that is 18.
Were you raised by your were you where were you raised to think or prioritize marriage according to your from your mother's standpoint? So your mother raised you to think about marriage and relationships on a scale from 1 to 10. Where did she tell you to prioritize marriage, being a wife and having children in the context of a marriage?
What did she tell me to prioritize?
I'm
She
asking
not, not
on what scale from from scale to 1 to 10. How important of a priority did she raise you to be a wife and a mother of children in the context of a marriage?
probably like a 1.
All right. So if you weren't raised, if your mother, who's a wife, did not raise you as a daughter to prioritize being a wife and a mother, it makes sense that
Yeah.
you don't know any of this stuff. So how can you actually get it if there were men out there who were suitable husbands looking for wives? Why would they go looking for women who don't know what it is, haven't done the research on it, and were raised to prioritize it at the lowest level possible?
You're right.
Right. And this is the that opening eye thing. I need you ladies to start understanding. That's what you guys are asking men to do. Just marry me because, and I'll figure it out on the job. But does that work anywhere else in the adult world? Just hire me because I want the benefits and the pay. I don't know how to do the job. I don't even know the job description, but I want what you got. Give me your shit and I'll figure it out. All right. So now that we've got the hard questions out of the way, um, is when did you start? Is this the first time you've been made to realize that you don't know what it is you want?
Yeah.
Okay. And at 26 years old, that's better than most. Um, by what age do you feel like you need to have this stuff figured out so you can to be an actual viable candidate on the market?
I don't know. I feel like I should have already had this
Well,
figured
that didn't
out
happen.
because
That didn't happen. So, how long do you think? How long are you going to give yourself to get this stuff taken care of?
not long.
How long?
How long? By the end of like this year.
And this year is a couple of months.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, and how much do you think that's going to cost you?
I'm sorry. What? Excuse me.
How much do you think that's going to cost you?
A lot. Yeah.
I need
A
a
lot.
dollar value, man.
What?
I need a dollar value.
Oh, well, I know you are like,
No, no, not me. I'm just asking. How much do you think it's going to cost you to learn what women were typically learned from age 4 up until 16 or 17?
how much is it going to cost? Like therapy and stuff like that?
I'm
Counseling?
talking about all the stuff you need to learn. You didn't learn it from your mother, so you got to learn it from somewhere. The person you're going to learn it from ain't related to you. They're going to, you got, if they know it, it's valuable, right?
Yeah.
Do you get valuable information for free? Did you go to college?
Not always. Yes.
Did you graduate from college?
No, I'm currently still
But they
in
don't give it to
college.
you for free though, right?
Yes. Right.
Because it has an impact on your life and it's more valuable. So you understand that. So I'm asking you, use the same logic. How much is it going to cost you?
I would pay anything to know this information.
Not anything, because you don't have infinite money. I'm just trying to ask you, what do you think it's going to cost?
I don't know.
And then how do you know if the information you're going to get is worth it? See, what
You
I'm
never
showing
know.
you guys is our women have been taught to prioritize marriage at the lowest levels. So even when it crosses their mind that they want something different, women in general have been taught that everything they want is free. So the answer is someone's going to give it to me like my mother should have taught it to me. And they're going to give it to me the way I want it, in the frequency and time frame I want it. And all I have to do is ask for it. They don't do that when it comes to college. They know they gotta meet the qualifications and pay that tuition. So the bottom line is you're hearing another woman who doesn't think a man is worth investment. You pay more money to get a degree that's going to have what kind of impact on your life versus a husband who's going to have a major impact on your life. That's my point. And this is why so many of our women die alone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I mean, you've been pleasant, but what I want you to understand is the knowledge you want is valuable. But we've had multiple matchmakers quit working with Black women because these women, quote, Black women's unrealistic expectations, wanting something for nothing, all these other things. Black women trying to help Black women get married, and Black women don't want to pay for anything. And even if you found a regular, average, everyday guy making $50,000 a year, and he was 30 years old, and he made that until age 70, that's 40 years. That's $2 million in income, plus a man, plus everything a man is outside of just income and provision and protection. And that should be free. Where can you go get a $2 million impact to your life plus legacy for nothing? Ladies, understand something. Relationships cost you too. I'm glad you were at least able to understand that example, but yeah, in order to find out what you're going to find out, your mother can't help you. She did you a disservice by not training you and teaching you up front. And I have a video that you should go watch on my channel called "It's Your Mother's Fault." And in that video, I detail how many women were married, still currently married, who did not teach their daughters one positive thing about finding a husband. In fact, they taught their daughters to go do the opposite, go get a degree and wait for the world to sort it out. But when given an opportunity, none of them thought their mothers would want to do what they were raised to do.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a coach. You're gonna need a matchmaker. You're gonna need a yeah. So that's why I tell you, ladies, it is wise to go invest in a personal trainer, a therapist, and a matchmaker. So get a part-time job, because if you were trying to break into high society or to the upper echelon of anything, it has a cost. You don't get to move into these areas without cost. And quality men cost. And if women aren't willing to pay the price, Becky, Marisol, Mylene, and Jamila are there waiting for y'all to drop the ball. Hold on just a second.
And guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. More respect on Kevin Samuels, the legend. I mean, he did so well with these type of conversations, with these type of videos. I think when I watch this type of video and the way and manner in which he asks his questions, I think That is why these women mostly get exposed, because they kind of don't think of it this way, that they will come up and he will ask these type of questions. And they always kind of think that it is going to be like Steve Harvey show. You coming in saying, I want a man that is ambitious when you are 50 years old, 30 years old, 35 years old, whatever the case is. I think that is quite what is always on black women's mind, coming on top of these type of shows. And this lady has proven it, that our women just don't think of what they are going to offer coming in, right? It's all about what I want, and I have to get it anytime I want it. And that is not helping black women. That is not giving them the result that they want. That is not getting them the rings, marriages, relationships. It's not getting them those things. They were told they are queens, and getting along with a man is just doing that man a favor. So just walk in. Don't think of what he wants or what you can offer him. Just think of yourself, and that is selfish. Even asking what is going to cost this lady to get that type of a guy, she didn't even mention anything at all. And like he was saying, they put little to no thoughts of what they can put in to get not just black men, but men in general. But in this conversation, I'm just going to be using black men because we are talking about black issues here, right? So they think that black men are not worth working hard to get, because when it comes to their degrees and all those things, they easily know how to navigate their way around to get the degree. So why can't they take that same spirit? If black man is worth having, and if they weren't told they can do it by themselves, they are queens, and getting along with a man, they are doing that man a favor. If they were not told those things, I think they would have had proper information of how to get a man and what you need to be doing to a man. You go into a job, he just used an analogy that, was fantastic. You're going to get a job, and you just don't know what the job requires from you. You're just interested in the benefits. And that is this lady's situation we're talking about here. She haven't put any thought of, okay, I'm looking for this from a man in a relationship, but what am I going to pivot it on? What am I going to use as leverage to get what I'm looking for from a man? Because like it or not, this world is operated based on leverage, right? The more leverage you have, the more you can demand. So if you have leverage, you'll be able to get what is it that you're really looking for from a man. But here's the case. Our women are being taught, black men and shit, we are not worth working for. And like he was talking about, they just think that, putting in effort to get a black man is an insult. We are not worth working for. But if it was to be the other way around, an average guy looking for a supermodel and he's working or putting in effort to get that supermodel, they'll say, yeah, she's worth it. And unfortunately, those are the things that are killing the black families, the black community. And it's a problem that we need to tackle. We need to move with a certain level of urgency when it comes to our relationship and marriages. If not, there's just going to be a problem when it comes to our black people, generally speaking. Even this is hitting Africa too. We have women that are making money, that kind of thing that, okay, if I'm making money, then I don't need a man. And I've kind of listened to a couple of podcasts from Africa, and it's almost to me like the West is traveling down there. When I was coming, I didn't know some of these things about African women, but right now it's getting out of hands. Guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, like and subscribe. Catch you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.